Okay, as promised, I'm about to review the Gamesir G7 since I had the occasion to try it for about a week at this point. I think I'm ready to give my feedback. Considering there are quite a few reviews of this controller already on YouTube, it's gonna be a quick video. The consensus is that, from what I've seen, that it's a pretty good controller, and I would say I agree, definitely. It's very reminiscent of a Power A, but also like an original Xbox Series controller. Except that I think it's smaller. This one is smaller, slightly smaller. To start off with an overview, as you can see, this is a wired pad. Only wired. This is only wired, and this works on Xbox and PC. Not sure about Android. I haven't checked. But yeah, this works on Xbox too. And the sticks are their shape. It's quite similar to a DualShock 4. I had to put a cap on the left one because it was a little bit on the short side, and I had problems maneuvering after a while. I had problems with my grip, so I had to make it a little bit taller with a cap. The buttons, face buttons, are mechanical buttons, similar to those you could find on a Razer controller. Don't know if you have ever tried one. The only Razer controller I have tried personally is the Wolverine Razer Ultimate, I think it was called, because I remember there were two. There were the Wolverine Ultimate and Wolverine Tournament Edition. And from what I have heard, the Tournament Edition had also mechanical buttons, but they offered a higher resistance when it comes to their activation compared to the Wolverine Ultimate, which I have personally tried. The Wolverine Ultimate instead had softer buttons, still mechanical but way softer. And if the thing about the harder buttons on the Tournament Edition holds true, then this is probably similar to that one, because from what I remember, the buttons on the Wolverine Ultimate were way softer than these ones. These ones require a little bit of strength to be activated. Nothing exceptional, but I just wanted to point it out because I like to be precise if I can. And the D-pad is your average D-pad, very precise on the basic directions. And the only thing I've noticed is that when it comes to the diagonals and changing directions, feels a bit stiff, not very fluid. At least this is what I have noticed. I have tried it with Streets of Rage 4 too, like the games, the Beitong, the Asura 2 Pro, but this one I had some trouble sometimes switching direction, mostly in the diagonal. It still works well. It's clicky, very clicky. Still a decent pod, but I will have to try it on a fighting game to see how good the diagonals are. Because so far, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be better than the Gamesir and the yeah, no, not the Gamesir, sorry, than the Beitong or even a Power A. But I'll have to see. The bumpers actually, I'm pretty impressed with the bumpers. They are even better than the Beitong, than the Power A, definitely. I can stand the bumpers on the Power A. I definitely, those have become my favorite bumpers. Easy to reach, easy to activate. Good resistance, good feedback. Very good. Triggers. This pad also has all trigger sensors like the Beitong I reviewed, but these ones offer a little bit less resistance compared to those. Depends what kind of person you are, but they are still very good. Probably the best triggers I have tried, along with the Beitong. And back buttons. Now, for the back buttons, these are now my favorite back buttons because they are very ergonomic, even better than those on the Power A. Easy to activate and ergonomic. They fit very well in my hand, and I can activate them easily. So, huge plus on these back buttons. And actually, oh yeah, there's also the jack. This one has, of course, since it's a console pad, it has an audio jack too. And as for the rest, it's very similar to your standard Xbox controller. That's the share button, start, select. You can map the back buttons on the fly on this one by keeping the M button pressed. Then you have to keep after this you have to keep the button you want to imitate pressed again, and then when the light starts to blip, you press the button on the back that you want to assign the control to, the command to. I mean, it sounds way complicated than it is, but it's very easy. Basically, you keep this pressed, then you press the button you want, and then the corresponding back button you want that the control to imitate. And yeah, and the Gamesir also has an app. It's a very very nice app, just like on the Beitong. These apps are all very similar, so there's really not much to talk about, but I wanted to mention it. And yeah, I did pay 49 euros, which is a little bit on the higher side of in terms of price from what I've seen, because I think in America this controller is cheaper. It was actually originally 59, which is a lot in my opinion for a controller, but it was on sale for 49, so I decided to buy it because I really wanted to try it, mostly for the back buttons, and yeah, I wasn't wrong because they're very good. Overall, yeah, I would say it's definitely promoted. These two, the Beitong and the Asura 2 and the Gamesir, have become my favorite new controllers. I've been trying to find a proper replacement for a 360 controller for years. I've tried many. I've tried what have I tried? Nacon controllers. I've tried the Xbox Elite. I've tried the Razer Wolverine. I have tried a lot of controllers, but for some reason there was always something that I didn't like about all the controllers I've tried. But with these two, they are good. And if I say it, it means they are, because I'm very, very demanding when it comes to my controllers. They have to be very particular. So, and I will probably make a comparison between, like I said, the Beitong and the PowerA. I don't know. I'll have to see. But yeah, for now, this is everything.